Hello everyone, welcome for this very special video. It's a long time I wanted to do a video of that sort. So when I was playing in Orsinium, I was amazed and extremely excited to discover so many hints of what the future of the Elder Scrolls Online will be. So I wanted to gather all the secrets in one video and to present it to you. I hope you will enjoy it, but be warned, there will be spoiler. If you do not want to be spoiled, I recommend you to not watch this video and watch one of my other videos instead, like for instance my Fallout 4 Let's Play series. Why not? In the Elder Scrolls Online, you will often meet recurrent characters along your adventures. Darien is one of those. When you join the Daggerfall Covenant, you meet him for the very first time in Camlorn. Darien is a charismatic young captain of the guard, easy on the eye, smooth talker, Epicurean and seducer, certainly one of the most beloved characters of the Elder Scrolls Online, with Nariu and Razumdar. You will meet him again in Stormhaven, Rivenspire, Bankorai, and finally Cold Harbor, where he will play a key role to defeat Molakbal's schemes. During this final assault, you leave Darien behind, not knowing if he's dead or alive. He's simply gone. In the event of Orsinium, Alinor, the alchemist that worked with Darien in Camlorn, will share his true feelings.
I'd hoped to run into my old friend Darien here. This is just the sort of situation he'd love to find himself in. I know something happened in Cold Harbor, but I can't believe he's dead. He's out there somewhere. I can feel it in my bones. I have a couple of ideas, not ready to share them yet, but I won't stop until I find him in some brothel in a bar's landing, or at a tavern in Murkmire.
Does that mean we will find Darien in the next DLC in Abbas Landing? Probably not. It seems that the developers have other plans for him. In the library of the Trinimac Temple in Orsinium, one should check carefully all books. Beware that you will only have access to the temple library once during the main storyline of Orsinium. You cannot access this library before or after. In one of the shelves, the first or second one on the right, called ESOLive, you will find an item out of place. It's a letter written by Darien. I'm trying to reach you. Yes, you. This is harder than you can imagine, writing words to paper that doesn't exist. White light, there's white light all around me. Am I alive? Am I dreaming? Are these the colored rooms? Help me! I want to come home, please! Darien. It's such a relief for so many players to finally learn that Darien is still alive, kept prisoner in some otherworldly realm, and that we might very well see him again. Actually, instead of meeting him in a brothel, I have the intuition that we will have the occasion to set him free from wherever his prison can be. Murkmire had been revealed to the public during the Quakecon presentation of 2014. We have seen some concept art of the zone, as well as some preview of the monster that we might encounter, and a short walk through different area already completed. Murkmire was planned to be the second adventure zone, but during a long time we didn't hear about what was planned for it. Considering the mitigated success or unsuccess of Craglorn, one could wonder if Murkmire was still being under development. The concept of Adventure Zone never got the success expected. A great deal of players complained to be enforced into group content and having difficulties to complete their quest. Others find frustrating to never find partners to enjoy the storyline at a slow pace. The zone had been used for mob farming to grind level faster, and the developers had to find ways to discourage this activity by nerfing the experience gained, which turned to make Craglorn a not very active zone. The fact that Gina Bruno asked during a ESOLive to the developer she was speaking with if Murkmire was still being worked on suggests that the original plans for the zone had been changed. We can speculate over this in various ways. Maybe the development of Murkmire had been halted to focus on other content, while the developers changed their view regarding the zone. Many changes happened to the Elder Scrolls Online since Quakecon 2014, and it's obvious that the developers' team had to revise their priorities. Will Murkmire still be the adventure zone it was originally planned? Or will it be used to implement a solid storyline and soloable content in the line of what Orsinium had to offer? Considering that Orsinium was generally praised and appreciated by the players, I can easily imagine the developers abandoning the concept of adventure zone or adapting it in such a way to fit better solo play, while keeping some group activities such as world bosses and public dungeons. No matter, the fact that Alinor speaks about Murkmire is a proof that the project has not been abandoned completely, and there are still plans to bring it to life. Some players believe that the Dark Brotherhood questline will take place in Murkmire, which would have been sensible considering the lore. But since then we do know with certainty that it will not be the case, as the Dark Brotherhood DLC will transport us on the Gold Coast of Cyrodiil. We all know that the next DLC to be published is the Thief Guild and will happen in Abbas Landing. We will have a lot more information regarding this in January, but meanwhile it's pleasant to find little clues in Orsinium. During your adventures in Hrothgar, if you visit the prison of the Orsinium Keep, you will meet Zabani. Zabani is a poor Khajiit victim of a misunderstanding and enclosed in a jail for a crime she said to not have committed. Very fast you will understand she is somehow involved with the Thief Guild. If you help her to get free, she will share with you her story.
I came to Hrothgar because, well, I fled. Things were too hot. Temperature and, otherwise. Agolus reminded me of someone from home. Said he could get me into the Thieves Guild, so I jumped at the chance to prove myself. Jumped right into a cell. Abbas Landing, the jewel of Kefram. If you hid the jewel up a camel's arse to smuggle it past the dockmaster. I do miss it. Hrothgar is too harsh a place for me.
While this quest doesn't teach us much about the content we can expect in the Thief Guild DLC, Zabani may be a character of minor or major importance that we will see again during our next adventures. Abbas Landing had been shown to the public for the first time during a short trailer showing off various zones that were worked on. Not much has been revealed yet regarding this content, beside Matt Fearer assuring us in an interview that it will be ton of fun and already graphically better than Orsinium. We know that the city will play with heights, and we can already see in the footage it seems to be a nice playground for thief and bandit roleplay with rooftop and the like. It's also been suggested that the Thief Guild chain quest will get us revisit various places of Tamriel. At this point, everything else is speculation. We also know that a new trial will be included with this DLC, but we have no idea of the themes that will be chosen for this trial. For a long time, I thought that it will be Clockwork City that has also been shown to the public in the very same trailers that Abbas Landing. To have a trial set up in the Dwemer team would have made perfect sense. Players are fascinated by the Dwemer lore. There's currently several dungeons with Dwemer team, and the Dwemer machine certainly can become interesting bosses, proposing a large variety of mechanics and strategies to be defeated. But if it's not Clockwork City, what could it be? A Redguard you couldn't team at trial? This is unlikely considering that Helra Citadel was already a Yukudan ruin. Could it be a large hideout of bandits and pirates, a bit in the line of Blackheart Haven, a pirate city that met a lot of success among players? This is possible, but the new trial might as well not be related to the Thief Guild team. In the ruins of Ruin Daleft, one of the 2 public dungeons of Orsinium, you will meet Sinozarian, who sent you on a quest to continue his research. He also shared an interesting information regarding what he believed caused the transformation of the strange orcs rampaging the place.
With the limited evidence before me, I would suggest a mythical Dwemer device called a tonal excruciator, thought by some, by me I should say, to lead directly to the Clockwork City.
While this information barely shares with us a glimpse of the existence of the Clockwork City, we find no other clue or pieces of lore related to the mythical city in the public dungeon. However, once you finish the storyline of Orsinium, and if you have previously finished the main storyline of the Elder Scrolls Online and defeated Molag Bal, you will see the Prophet appearing before you and sharing a very important message about the future.
I bring you a warning, champion. Oblivion stirs. Great and terrible machinations have begun. Once again, Tamriel is in danger. You have a part to play in the events to come. A great war is coming. A war between the forces of Oblivion. The Daedric princes are choosing sides. The Great Deceiver, the Sower of Discord, and the Patron of Darkness plot a great deception. Be ready. Watch for signs. The war shall begin when the gates of Sothasil's lost city are reopened. So the scrolls portend. So shall it be.
This information proves that Clockwork City is a location of major importance for the future plot of the Elder Scrolls Online. From there, a whole new story will happen. We have no other information and we can speculate many things regarding this. It is very important to underline, and especially for those that will not have played the previous Elder Scrolls games and in particular Morrowind, Clockwork City is the theater of a major plot that will see the end of the Tribunal several centuries after the event of the Elder Scrolls Online. So, what can we expect to happen in this timeline? The self-proclaimed god Sothasil is still supposed to reshape the world and live in his city at this time. Will we meet him? Will he send us on a quest? Will we have to defend him, to confront him? Will Clockwork City to be a new hub like the capital Orsinium or the city of Belkarth? Or will it be the place of many adventures? So many questions and no clear answers for now. As predicted by Velen Aquileros, the prophet, Boethia the great deceiver, Mephala the sower of discord, and Nocturnal the patron of darkness are plotting a great deception. As allies or as enemies, only future will tell us. Considering that Nocturnal is related to the Thief Guild, Mephala to the Morak Tongue and the Dark Brotherhood, and Boethia is the patron of the Dark Elves, we can guess the pattern of the future events of the Elder Scrolls Online. But how will this happen? The future plot of the game could be a long story told through many DLC, like the various chapters of a novel. We could start the plot by meeting Nocturnal in the next DLC, then Mephala, and after that, in the 5th DLC that has not been announced yet, the gates of Clockwork City will open, and the wars predicted by the prophet will only start at that point. It could also be completely different, and the events could happen a lot faster. Clockwork City will be included in the Thief Guild DLC, as a quest hub, as a trial, who knows. And this will be the immediate start of this big plot line that will continue for the following months and next DLC. Footage of Mephalast realm had been presented to the public as well, so we can imagine that the zone will be included with the Dark Brotherhood DLC that take place in the Gold Coast of Cyrodiil, or separately. It could also be a new dungeon. I've read many players reacting and suggesting ZeniMax is planning to release an expansion with this. But Matt Furor and Rich Lambert has been very clear on this subject. They like the DLC model and project to continue to release a new DLC 4 times a year. This is also easier for the developers as they can focus to create smaller content at once, and it's more interesting from a business point of view to sell several DLC by year that cost $20 than one expansion every 2 years that costs $60. In any case, all those news are very exciting and promise an interesting future for the Elder Scrolls Online. Obviously, this is mostly speculation at this point. But you, what is your opinion regarding this? What is the element that excites you the most? What are you impatient to discover in the Elder Scrolls Online? And what are your predictions for the future of the game? If you want, share with us your opinion in the comments below. I will be happy to hear what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you very happy holidays and a marvelous new year. I will see you in 2016. Take care everyone. Bye bye.